this video, I want to talk to you about how to get people to listen to your ideas. And the example I want to show you is by a gentleman by the name of James Aspey. Now, James is a pretty famous vegan activist. The reason I chose James is because I thought he did an excellent job at conveying his ideas in a way that people really wanted to listen to. The two things that stuck out for me were his passion and his ability to empathize with the people that he was speaking to in the interview that I listened to. And what I really want to hone in on today is a really good communicator doesn't just attack someone who doesn't agree with their ideas. A good communicator has the ability to listen to other people, to empathize with them, to acknowledge what they say, to understand what they say. And what I'm going to show you what James does is that brings people's guards down.
But there's a lot of people, especially I know where I came from, the flyover states, middle America, who would argue that pigs are indeed less than us. You would testify otherwise?
Oh, well, I mean, in many ways, you know, look at what we've done, man. We're very sophisticated and we're incredible, an incredible species, one of millions though. And what we have in common is what I'm talking about. So yeah, in some ways, of course, we're superior. And in some ways, different animals are superior when it comes to, you know, different things in the way how they can communicate over miles.
James isn't preaching or judging. He's simply explaining with passion and conviction and belief, but it's not coming from a place where he's telling you to do something.
Like there's more credibility or warrant in a movement to kind of change that than to get people to start eating plants only, because it's such a leap.
It seems like such a leap, and I totally understand that because for 26 years of my life, I was eating just as much meat as anybody.
You sick fuck.
I know, I'm a fucking monster, man. I know.
What he did there was he acknowledged what Mike in this interview had to say, and what he pretty much said was, hey man, I'm just like you. I was just like you. I understand where you're coming from. And then he went into his point about whatever he was talking about in terms of going vegan. And these guys, I've watched the whole interview, were super receptive to what he had to say the entire time, because time and time again, he was doing that. He was acknowledging where they were coming from. He wasn't putting them down. He wasn't judging them. Hey, I get it. I was you for 26 years. When you're a communicator and someone can feel that you understand where they're coming from, they're going to be a lot more open to receiving your ideas. And that's what communication is all about. It's having people receive your ideas and your messages. And James does a really good job at that because he shows that empathy.